Jordan, Thad Brown, man, good to see you. How's it going?
Good, Thad. How are you?
All right, man, I appreciate it. With the two receivers, the top receiver Seattle's going to bring in DK and Tyler, they're both obviously playing very high level right now, but they both do it in, very different ways. How much of a unique challenge is to have two guys playing that well, presenting entirely different challenges to you on either side of the offense?
Yeah, both very talented players, and they got a extremely talented quarterback to be able to throw in the ball. So it's a very good offense, man. You got a guy like DK who is big, strong, can take the top off, and make contested catches. And same with Lockett. Just really the difference is his size. Lockett is a speed guy, quick, shifty guy inside, and also able to take the top off. So very good offense. We're gonna have to be on top of our stuff and execute at an extremely high level.
I know you're not, a corner, so you're not going to maybe match up with them individually, but is the discipline different when you go? I would think it probably is when you go between a guy, DK, who's a giant in terms of wide receiver, as opposed to Tyler, who's a little more of a route technician, a guy a little more shifty and quick. Is it a lot different how you would play a guy like those two different guys?
Yeah, I think, just understanding our game plan, which I thought we had a good day of practice today, understanding our game plan and what we're trying to take away in certain situations of the football game, and understanding, still continue to see the tape. And there's a lot of tells within the offense. I don't say a lot, but, just based off of where they're at, understanding their route tree and their route concepts. And also being able to have, as a safety, being able to have good eyes for the play action game and being able to get to your spot. So, just continue to prep throughout the week and to get all those details down. So, but like I said, it's an extremely talented offense.
Well, one more on DK too. I'm sure you, like everybody else in the world, saw the photo of him before the draft last year. So he's always been a physical specimen. But when you watch him on film, what's made him a really effective and almost a star wide receiver in the league this year?
Yeah, I mean, he's making big plays down the football field. He's getting on top of defenses and then making those big plays down the field, having to catch some tough catches. And so, and then his run after the catch, he's able to, we saw last week against the 49ers, run a stop route and, about a 40 yards, stop route touchdown on a 4-yard hitch. So just like I said, extremely talented. We're going to have to continue to, hats to the football to be able to take them away.
Thanks, Jordan. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey, Jordan, can you hear me?
Yeah.
What stands out to you the most about how Russell Wilson plays the game of football?
Yeah, man. I mean, he's just extremely competitive. You've watched him over the years. I played him in college. Extremely competitive, extremely intelligent football player. Obviously feels very comfortable in his offense. Has been in the same offense for a while now, and Super Bowl quarterback, and so just a guy with a lot of confidence in himself and in his teammates.
Thank you.
Hey, Jordan, it's John Scott. Going off of that, he's always been a really good player, borderline great player. What is Russell Wilson doing this year that is different? And I know you haven't, particularly gone up against him, but it looks like his game is at a completely different level.
Yeah, I think just, the confidence that he has in that offense and himself and his guys, like I said. Some of the things, I've seen him do differently, just based on watching the tape. He's doing a lot with his eyes, in his drop back. He's able to look defenders off because he understands his offense. He's able to get his eyes one place and come back to the other and make accurate throws. And so you have to say discipline. Like I said, it's going to be high-level execution.
His ability to maneuver the pocket, out of the pocket, I mean, it's rare in the sense of you see more quarterbacks like Josh even do it, but how dynamic of a weapon is that for him? And you've played other mobile quarterbacks, but how is he different?
Yeah, I think any mobile quarterback throughout the league gives you headaches, especially a guy like Russell Wilson, who's maybe 5'11", so kind of hard to see back there, especially if he's able to take off and run. So being able to understand that he will take off and he's taking off, looking to throw or run the football. So us being able to plaster on the back end is going to be cute. Is going to be huge. And so, great player. Like I said, we're going to have a hands full.
Thanks, Jordan.
Thank you.
Hey, Jordan, John Worrell.
How you doing, John?
Good. I've got Justin Zimmer's going to be calling me shortly, but I've got a question about Justin, and hopefully he doesn't call me as I'm asking the question. But what you've bounced around your career early on in your career, you're a 7th-round draft pick, and bounced, went from the Eagles to the Browns, and took a while to get your footing. What do you and your teammates make of this Justin Zimmer guy, who really he's had more transactions than tackles, and does what he does in that moment on Sunday?
Yeah, man. I mean, what an incredible moment for him. Happy as heck for him to be able to come in and, just, I don't know his journey, his full journey, but knowing that it's been a journey, somewhat similar to mine, just being able to find a home and make a play, super happy for him. The guy does nothing but come in here and keeps quiet and just goes about his business, works extremely hard. I remember in the Jets game, he was out in the field, and he came out there. And, I hadn't really had too many conversations with him, but I kind of looked at him. It was in the middle of the game, like fourth quarter. I said, "Hey Zim, I don't really know you like that, but let's go out here and make a play." And he's super quiet, man. He's super cool, super chill guy, but just loves to work hard. And so, extremely happy to have him here. And he made a huge play for us on Sunday.
Did it respond to you on the field against the Jets? Or
He didn't. He did not. He just kind of looked at me and just gave me a nod. I just didn't know. So it's all right.
Last thing, since you've arrived here in 2017, when you look at how this team has transformed, and its expectations have transformed, I'm not sure maybe in 2017 you guys would have expected to beat New England, or expected even to go into this weekend being, knowing you can beat Seattle. How much has that expectation changed in your 4 years?
Well, I mean, you never want to think that you have arrived, because we understand, one, we're a good football team, and two, we have a lot of work to do, just continuing to have that edge and have that mindset of, Sean always says it, Kaizen, just continuing to get better, continuous growth. 2017, coming here, there was not a whole lot of expectations on this football team, on this organization, and now obviously 2020, there's a little bit higher expectations, and we understand that. And I think that I know that this team has been mentally ready to handle those situations. We've hit some adversity this year, able to find out ways to get out of that. And so, we're going to hit adversity again at some point of the season. And so I believe that we're a mentally strong football team to continue to have those hard moments throughout a game, throughout a season, and find a way to get out of it.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Hey, Jordan, Josh Reed here.
How you doing, Josh?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good. Hey, did you see DK's play a couple of weeks ago against Buda Baker? And what was your reaction? What was your reaction when you saw that video?
I mean, the dude's a freak, man. I mean, that's, I'm glad it wasn't me, I guess. Even though that was a nice play by Buda, damn, it's a better play by DK right there. Kind of took away from Buda's little fame, but at the end of the day, man, it's a freak athlete. That just shows you how bad he wants it, how hard he plays. And he's gonna compete against us. So I don't expect nothing less. So excited it's gonna be it. That's what we do. We compete.
If you get a chance to make that same type of play, I'm assuming it'll be foot to the floor and never let off, right?
I feel like if I'm putting myself in that situation, I'm looking up at the scoreboard, and then I gotta try to make a move. I gotta at least turn around and I see him come and turn around and try to do something or weave or something. I feel like that's just me. I wasn't in that situation. That was Buda. So happy for Buda though. He made a hell of a play.
Hey, one last thing for you, Jordan. Defensively, when you're going up against a couple of wideouts like Seattle has, and you guys have done such a good job, the secondary, of not letting a lot of plays deep down the field. But how do you balance that with getting off the field on third down and making sure that they don't constantly, get 7 yards every play? How do you balance that?
It's tough. I think just figuring out the rhythm of the game and how the game's going to go, throughout the game, I think is key. And, it's tough, like you said, to find a balance. Are you gonna keep keep 8 in the box to stop the run, or are you gonna pull that safety back to stay over the top to keep the explosions from happening? So like I said, I think coaches do a great job every week of game planning. So I think the game within the game is gonna have to be played. It's at the end of the day, it's a chess match. You gotta one player makes a move, the next player got to make his move. So I think we'll mix it up on them.
Great, thank you, Jordan. Appreciate your time.
Hey, Jordan, Matt Fairburn here. Curious, you mentioned you played Russell Wilson in college. What do you remember about that game? And did you ever think then that he had this type of future ahead of him?
Well, I remember that game being a 10 o'clock game in Madison, Wisconsin. So it was really I think it was like a 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the morning game for us. And I remember that game, we lost 35-3. So it was a tough game. But I mean, it was Russell Wilson has always been, who he is, just a guy who's going to go out there and compete each play. He makes mistakes, but he comes back and always finds a way to, capitalize on his mistakes. And so just a guy who's we know that's just a style of team that they are. Those guys, you see the way on the film, they all play hard, extremely hard, from top to bottom. So it's a good offense, and we're gonna have to execute at a high level.
And when it comes to Josh, your own quarterback, Leslie mentioned that in training camp, you guys were throwing a ton of different looks at him to kind of test him between the ears and see how he would respond. What did you see then, and how do you think that will help him? Obviously, teams are throwing everything at him now after the way he played in the first month, trying to find the answer. How will that help him, I guess, work through it and find the counterpunch, I guess?
Well, Josh is always, getting better in his craft. I think, training camp was training camp a while ago. I'm sure he's seen those looks, 100 times since then. So, all the faith in the world in Josh. He's seen, like I said, he's seen all the looks, and obviously teams are playing him differently now because of the first month. And so, I got faith in our offense and Josh and Dave's that they're gonna find ways to put points on the board. And so, that's just what that is.